Jaipur via Kota.
कृपया ध्यान आपो अहमदाबाद
दिल्ली में आपका स्वागत
Lucknow Junction.
ನಿಲ್ದಾಣದ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೊರಟಿರುವರೈ
পরবর্তী স্টেশন নেতাজি ভবন कृपया ध्यान दियो
The skies above the Eden Garden were playing hide and seek, sometimes cloudy, sometimes sunny, and that's kind of how well the batting has progressed, because when we thought that KKR is going for a big total, well, Gujarat would just pull it back. Is it going to be enough? I don't know. I'm going to ask the experts. Hello and welcome to Cricbuzz Live. I have Michael and a very happy Harsha Bhogle. Congratulations. First, the most important, the match can wait. We bow down to the genius.
How did you know that? How did you know?
Point 179, not here, not there, just there.
Was it the clouds that you just knew?
Just on the day.
Yeah.
You know, I told you, he was going and seeing, they're playing on pitch 6, they're playing on pitch 7, I think it'll be 170. It's that. That's what it was.
What was it about?
Don't embarrass me anymore. Come, let's move on.
Well, Harsha, any final words on how,
I mean, other than, you know, I've got this spiritual connect with Dre Russ. At 179, I told him that's enough.
Oh,
But I don't think the score is enough.
Yeah, well, but
He's got a hunch about the score. You can ask him.
you were just saying before we started that it looks like it's decent, but probably not enough. The pitch is looking very good.
Yeah, well, we see 200s scored regularly on this venue, so it's competitive because they've got an excellent bowling attack, particularly the trio of spinners. But I think Gujarat with their batting and you know, their experience, the champions playing nicely. I think you could tell from the coaches on the sidelines that last ball it was caught at the wicket. I mean, Nira's an excitable guy anyway, but with Gary Kirsty, I think you could tell from their body language that they were happy with that. I think chasing 180 on that pitch, the ball travels. We saw those sixes flying towards the back end. You just need one of your top three really to get a nice score, and they should have enough, but it'll just be how they play the spinners.
Yeah, but one thing we'll all be very happy with how it's ended, because Andy Russ has come to the party finally. He's looked like he was waiting for his birthday, and white cap, the name's coming into the white cap list.
Yes. Two contenders for the white cap. Russell, 34 of 19. Noor Ahmed bowls the 18th over for 5 balls. Can a bowler get the white cap for 5 runs?
No, it needs another cap. You need to create another cap.
Oh, too many caps.
You've got a grey cap. 18th over for 5 runs. And I thought 2 or 3 things fascinated me about the game. One is I didn't think 3 years ago you'd see a scorecard. Rahmanullah Gurbaz called Rashid Khan, bowled Noor Ahmed, 3 Afghanistan players playing in a high-profile IPL game.
Well,
Josh Little from Ireland.
Yes,
this was actually South Africa, but he's now playing for Namibia. But he's played for South Africa, but a Namibia player, an Ireland player, and they're all coming true. Who's the master? Who's the apprentice today? The master is Rashid Khan. The apprentice is Noor Ahmed. The master 4 overs 54. The apprentice 4 overs 2 for 21.
It almost feels like Einstein's come second, because Rashid, well, never has these figures. He's always number one.
The matchup was Rashid to Russell. Who won that? Russell won that matchup today. I mean, you went by the matchup, but Russell won it.
Yes, those 2 big sixes. Clearly, Andy Russ is going to have a happy birthday today.
Yeah, he's always had some nice cake for breakfast, because you don't keep really great players quiet. And he's a great T20 player. Yeah, he's been quiet so far, but you generally don't keep them quiet for so long. You know, I love watching him play. I just love the fact that he walks out there. He's got massive muscles, and you just know what he's going to try and do. I mean, for KKR, we're talking about it a lot. For KKR to really go on a run, he needs to be playing like he's done tonight. You know, probably a few more balls he needs. But they'll be delighted. I think that dugout will be delighted to see the ball, because I can only imagine he's expected. Everyone, as soon as he walks out there, everyone in the ground, I don't know how many's in there today, probably 80,000, something like that. And you all expect. We sit there, we just expect like he's a robot that can just hit sixes for work. It's not as easy as he's made it look for many years. So, yeah, it was good to see him whack a few.
Yeah, he came in with 28 balls left. I was just checking the scorecard. 5 down, 15.2. So he's come in with only 28 balls left in the game. He's done actually well to get 19 of those 28 balls, but that's all. As Michael said, you want him to have a bigger impact on the game.
But someone who set it up really well was Gurbaz, because both Michael and I were saying, okay, come on, Gurbaz, go for the 100. But, well, it was the green box curse, not the competitive box curse.
So what do you do now when Jason Roy is fit?
You play both of them at the top.
And who goes out?
David Wiese goes out. No, he's hit a couple of nice sixes in the last couple of games, but Wiese's only going in for 3 or 4 balls, really. Jason Roy can get you an 80 or 100 at
So
the top of the
Gurbaz
order.
keeps wickets, yeah?
Yeah.
Visa goes out, Jagadisan goes out. And Roy comes in for Jagadisan. You get an Indian backup, an Indian Visa kind of player to come in.
I'm sorry, we'll have a look at the graphic again because we got carried away thinking of when Mr. Roy is going to come back. But just to look at those numbers, it's striking at 207
Fantastic.
and 7 sixes.
Well, actually, fact, it was Gurbaz who really dealt with Rashid Khan early. I mean, the amount of times he would have faced him in the nets.
Yeah.
And I bet he kind of faced and go, well, I've seen all this before.
Yeah,
You've
but we
bowled
just
to me
said that you can't pick Rashid. This is what
No,
we
but he
spoke
can
in the
because
pre-match.
he plays with him. He goes, you can't trick me. I know what you're doing, so I'll just whack you with the spin. Brilliant to see. You know, these associate countries, the Afghanistan players, Irish players, Namibian players, playing in this huge league under that much pressure and just looking like they belong. You know, sometimes the players come in, is it a bit early, or they're not quite got the skill set, or they've not got quite the mentality, because generally don't play in front of massive crowds, the associates. So you can imagine the crowd and everything around the IPL, but they all belong. They're there because they're good enough, and it's great to see that they're. Particularly, I actually like competitions when countrymen face countrymen. I think that's what makes it go. When the Indians play again, I think that's what makes the local league so special.
Harsha, I'm not too sure, but your memory is much better than any youngster out there.
At my age?
Your memory, you'll remember anything and everything that's happened. But
Something dangerous coming.
Gurbaz didn't get a game in last season, right? So it almost looked like
Gurbaz was Gujarat Titans last year. They traded him off to KKR.
Yes.
I don't know if he got a game last year.
So it's almost like he was there to prove a point again today. Yeah. So I don't think he's gotten the game last season, and right now he's just like, I get a game, I'm going to make the most of it and show them that I'm here to stay.
Also, not just to Gujarat Titans. I think he's also telling KKR, you left me out for Jason Roy. Okay, I'll come in. I'll make it very difficult to get dropped again. It's we've already played 8 games. There's 6 games left. I don't know if we'll qualify, but I want to show that I belong. So I'm sending a message out. Well, you're not going to miss Jason Roy today. Now work out another combination.
And that is the real mental toughness. You know, that you get one chance. You know, in the IPL, you sometimes get that one opportunity because of an injury, because someone's fallen ill on the day. You've got to take it. And he said, give me that chance. I'll grab that chance. I'm not moving now. By the way, I've got my seat in the dressing room. Who's going to be manoeuvred out? Because I'm not.
Well, someone else was
the
taking...
pressure? If you're from Afghanistan, what is an IPL pressure? Remember that great Keith Miller line? Keith Miller flew planes in the Second World War. When they came out, someone asked him about pressure. He said, pressure in cricket? He said, pressure is having a Messerschmitt up your backside. He said, this is not pressure. So, what do you try telling pressure to Afghan players? Where they come from, they're so happy.
Yeah. Well, someone else who's really grabbed all opportunities and who's had a big impact is Mr. Little. Because the Irishman has come in. We were chatting about it in the green room. He's quietly doing things and really leaving this impact. 4 overs, 25 runs, those 12 dot balls and 2 wickets. Very impressive
Just
again.
under the radar. Just under the radar. No one's really talking about him, but he's steadily becoming very consistent. Those figures on that wicket, I mean, 12 dot balls, 2 for 25, economy at 6.25. They are figures that you would grab in any T20 match. And I'm surprised he's going to play for Ireland against Bangladesh in a couple of weeks' time, so he'll miss some games. I don't want to diminish, Irish cricket on the international game, but I'd be staying in the IPL if I was him.
What's the series going on at the moment in Sri Lanka? Sri Lanka playing
Ireland, in Test cricket.
And he's happy. He's here, not there.
I think he just plays white ball cricket.
Ah, okay, there you go.
Unless he fancies a Lord's Test match in a few weeks' time against England. Start of June. 1st of June.
1st of June.
We'll know. 2 weeks. 2 weeks or next weekend?
June the 1st it is.
June the 1st.
June the 1st.
Long time.
But, he's somebody who... we need to give credit to CSK where it's due, because he was a net bowler for CSK, and apparently Nehraji said that we were eyeing him when he was a net bowler for CSK. You know,
if I was a young kid, I'd say I don't care what happens, I want to be a net bowler. Look at the number of net bowlers who are coming out. Umran Malik?
Yeah.
Umran Malik only got to be a net bowler because Abdul Samad said, there's a boy from my place coming, can you have a look at him, let him be a net bowler. Mohit Sharma, net bowler up. Josh Little, net bowler coming up. Take your chances as a net bowler.
Noor.
Noor. But he's bowling so well. There were 2 left-arm bowlers that caught the eye. There was Josh Little from Ireland, and I think from Namibia, there's a bowler called Trumpelman. And he was, I think, maybe a little quicker than Little. And you looked at those two and said, oh, they're looking good. Little's got his break here. And look how well he's done. So Michael's really absolutely right. A lot of these associate nations, the top players from there are ready. Netherlands, I saw this guy called Paul van Meekeren. Fred Klaassen, quick bowlers. Bas de Leader. They're all ready to play at a slightly higher level.
Yeah.
Well, if everyone's listening to what Mr. Harsha Bhogle said, you know who to go for in the next auction or quickly get them into your teams. But we'll have a look at the bowling card and see who else did what, because Mohit Sharma bowled and got that 1 over but got hit on his hand, so he was out. He came back in quickly and took the lovely catch.
Yes.
But well, he wasn't needed because of what, of course, the brilliant Mohammad Shami did again. Josh Little was impressive, and Noor, again, those figures were just...
The only thing I'm seeing that Noor Ahmed did well, I wonder if the KKR spinners can do well, that's all. That's the only thing that worries me about this target, but otherwise, it's I don't think it's a big enough score.
Not big enough for you, you don't think either?
Just depends on how they play the spin. If they play the spin well, I think, I don't think it's ever comfortable, but I think that they should get over the line. But those trio of spinners that KKR have got are very, very good. And it only takes, I mean, it starts at under 10s, but it only takes a couple of wickets, 2 or 3 good overs, and that rate starts to get to 12s, 13s, 14s. They've certainly got the power, and they've got the batters to chase it down, but KKR just on a little bit of a roll, so I think they'll make it difficult for them.
And we know we've spoken about the Karate Kid Suyash, so he'll be very excited to come and, well, bowl at this pitch looking at what Noor's done. We've seen what he's done this season so far.
Kid.
They actually put it there.
Oh, they did. No, he looks like the Karate Kid
Yeah,
for
we
sure.
like him.
Yeah.
I mean, 9 wickets in your debut season, economy of 8 is fantastic. And I remember Chandu Pandit told the story of where they found Suyash Sharma. He said he only went, I think, to the Mumbai Nets and the Kolkata Nets for the trials. And he said, I saw this kid and I couldn't pick the googly from the wrong one. And he said, I'm a wicket keeper. I've played as a keeper for India. I'll pretend I'm the keeper and now I'll try to read this kid and I'll say, okay, which is the wrong one? And he said, I couldn't pick it. He said, I've told my guys, no, we want him. As a keeper, I couldn't pick him.
Yeah, they got him at base price, so they're going to be very happy with the money they've paid him. And he's, again, somebody who seems to like the pressure, because Nitish Rana has gone and said that every time, there is pressure and they throw the ball to him, he puts his hand up and he said that, no, I don't mind the pressure, I'll do something for you. So clearly this kid likes the pressure.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're born with that, that kind of mentality that you just don't mind being under the pump, It's a game where everyone's watching and, as a bowler in particular, you're expected to get hit into the stands on a regular basis. It's what the game is. You've got to have this mindset that you're there to get wickets. I look at him and I think he gets the ball in his hand and he's got this energy and mentality and this body language like, I'm going to get you out. I'm looking to get you out. And I think that's the best mentality in T20 cricket is for bowlers to realise that for them to cause damage and to create a momentum change for their teams to get wickets. And that looks like his mentality from ball one.
I mean, for a 20 lakh player who's no one's ever seen before, you could just pass like a ship in the middle of the night. Next year, you're not even retained, you're gone. No one knows. You just got one jersey to show, 1 year I was in the reserves. Or you could say, I don't mind being hit, but give me the ball.
No,
And you do that in the trial matches. Apparently, the trial matches, he said when Russell was batting, give me the ball, give me the ball. I want to bowl to Russell, give me the ball, I want to bowl to Russell. That's where you discover these little things, which we in studios will not know because we don't see that.
And he kept doing the Mehuna in his first game. So Mehuna is the film that Shah Rukh Khan did. And that he kept looking up to Shah Rukh Khan and doing I'm here. It means I am here.
Was Shah Rukh also in Mehuna? I thought only Sushmita was in Mehuna.
And the red sari, Harsha.
And the sari, Sushmita Sen in the sari. I didn't even know
We'll
Shah Rukh
fill
was
you up.
in it.
We'll fill you up in the green room, Michael. We will. But a little bit of worry for KKR probably at the seam bowlers because there's no Umesh today. And it kind of just puts a lot of pressure on probably a Shardul. There is Mr. Rana in there who's not has too much experience. There aren't too many experienced seam bowlers.
No, they'll go hard in the power play. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a lot of spin in the power play as well. Because they've got Harshit Rana.
Yes.
Inexperienced. He played a couple of games last year. Inexperienced. Andre Russell, David Villa. And are they putting in a sub somewhere?
We've not announced it yet, but we will see a sub in. Suyash has to come in, right? Because
So Suyash has to come in. So
Suyash
there's very, very little pace. Is it a take pace off kind of surface? I don't think we've seen enough to suggest.
I would think they'll bowl 16 overs of spin.
16?
I think they'll try, I just think their method is to try and get runs and then squeeze with a spin. You know, it nearly got them a win against Delhi, and you know, you just feel that they're just on something against the RCB side in the last game. They did that, they squeezed. I think spin is their way.
All right, you said spin is their way, and Suyash has come in. They've just announced his arrival because they heard Michael. But you know, there is someone who really was impressive in the last game is Abhinav Manohar. We touched upon him in the pre-match show. And sorry,
Who's going to open the batting for them? Shubman and Saha again.
Shubman
and Saha
comes in.
Hardik 3, Abhinav Manohar floater.
Yeah, he likes to play wherever he's sent. So he's not, which is what you touched upon where he said, you know, Hardik's told him that the role is very defined. So he said that if I'm sent up at 3, I know exactly what my role is. So that's something Abhinav Manohar has spoken about, and he said that that's something we really like because we know our roles which are defined. He said he's been practicing a lot of power hitting, so maybe lower
They might
down.
send Vijay Shankar at 4, or maybe Vijay Shankar 3, Hardik 4, 3-4, and then keep David Miller, Abhinav Manohar, Rahul Tewatia to play the big shots.
Yeah, Manohar.
Or if there's too much spin, they might send Tewatia up. You never know.
I think when you're playing KKR, you've just got to kind of work your kind of batting lineup about who your best players are spin. You know you're going to be facing spin, so if it is a team when you kind of go, okay, who's the best? We just move our order around that, you know. But they've got enough power. I mean, they're all so powerful, and they've got the skill sets as well. So I don't worry about Gujarat. I don't worry about their batting lineup too much. KKR, I always worry because I've no idea what they're going to come out with. But I always believe that Gujarat will make the right decision for the day. They don't seem to get many things wrong in terms of their batting lineup.
Well, there's something that both of us got very wrong, but well,
49.
the OG Guruji got
49.
Oh, he's not even waiting for the prediction
No,
question.
because I'm riding my luck.
He's-
49.
That's all he's been thinking about. That
Yeah.
let me focus on what my prediction game is going to be. It'll be
I
great
think
if
they
you get it
bottom
2
load.
two.
I think they bottom load. They go hard at the back. So if they're going 8 and over in the power play in a 9-run and over game, maybe they'll be okay with that. So I thought maybe 49.
Okay, Michael, you next.
I'm going to go 53.
All right, I'm going to go 45. So 45,
Okay.
49 and 53. That's what we've got. Harsha is smiling a lot because he
That's why,
thinks...
because I never get this right. And today, of all the things, the number was exact.
Well, I really wish we had our cameras rolling just before we came on live because I've never seen Harsha Bhogle so happy. He was truly delighted. We have seen Harsha really happy. So
I mean, that's the closest I can get. I didn't go and hit sixes on a cricket ground. That's the closest I can get.
no, so we as a team hope that you win this for the second time.
Well, he won it for the team, didn't he?
Yeah, he won it for the
No,
team.
it's for the team. It's for the team.
well done.
It was a team effort. We hope he gets it again. That's all for now. We can go on with this banter, which will continue in the green room, but we'll go and watch the game as well. Don't forget to join us the 10-over point at the Cricbuzz Combox.
Jaipur via Kota.
कृपया ध्यान आपको अहमदाबाद
दिल्ली में आपका स्वागत
ನಿಲ್ದಾಣದ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೊರಟಿರುವರೈ ಚೆನ್ನೈ ತಿರುಚಿರಾಪಳ್ಳಿ
Hyderabad Superfast Express পরবর্তী স্টেশন নেতাজি ভবন। कृपया ध्यान दो